All right, I'm on hole number one of the touchdown tournament. I'm in the weekend round of the Ricky division. I'm in my practice account, and I'm in my practice account because I didn't qualify my main account. I had a bunch of stuff going on this week, and I totally lost focus. And you can't come into these tournaments and not be focused when you're playing and just totally tank the rounds. I mean, it's just one of those deals. I have several tournaments over the last 3 years that I've had the Metro Open. I think I did the same thing on it. I didn't practice all week. I didn't do anything. I just came in and ended up not making the weekend round. That's how it works. It's kind of good though. We don't get any breaks, and I mean it's been 2 solid years. I mean, 104 weeks of putting out content nonstop, and it would be nice if they it would be nice if every other week, like maybe before the majors, they had a 2 week off and had a 9 hole cup coming into the majors, or I don't know, some kind of deal, so we can have a little bit of a break. But that's where we're at, and so I'm just going to play them out. I've got my low level account, and I have my practice account are qualified. My practice account was the very first account I played, and I did pretty decent, minus 28. I thought, I'll just go ahead and qualify, and ever since then, everything's gone downhill. So, can't even believe I qualified for the opening rounds. All right, hole number one. I'm just going to go out there and play. I'm going to play 9 holes, and I'm just going to go out and play. I'm not going to think too much about it. I'm going to play more like it's one-on-one. Evidently, obviously, whatever I'm doing, I'm just going to play like it's one-on-one, and I'm just going to go out there and have some fun. Here's how this tournament's working, just so we know going in. Minus 15 is the minimum score. Whether you like it or not, if you want to be in the top five are all going to be 30 plus. I don't even know if there'll be anybody with a 30 in the top five. Coming in, there was, I think, maybe 1 or 2 people who shot a 27 who didn't make the weekend round in my opening bracket. So it was a 27 or better to get into the weekend round. And there was, I think the top 8 were 31 or better. So it's going to take, if you want any shot at getting a banner, you'll have, and I don't have any tiebreakers. So any shot of a banner takes minus 32. And then if I want any shot at a win, it's got to be plus. So that means I have to shoot the minimum 15, and I've got to pick up 1 per side. And I don't want to wait until the end to try and do that. So I'm going to play this. I'm just going to go out and play. Hole number one. I'm going to take a rock. I'm going to take a kingmaker. That is all I need. That's all I need. I was playing this where I was doing an adjustment, or I wasn't doing an adjustment, and I was a little off, and then I started making some adjustments, and all of a sudden I was way off. And so I went back to no adjustment. Let's see which way the wind's blowing here. I think the wind is blowing from the left to the right in a forward moving direction. Maybe I can get matched up. This is the thing about coming into the weekend round. It's even in the opening round, it's hard sometimes for my odd account to get matched up. It's playing rookie, and it's a master rated rookie, so they're looking for people that are in that same group. Everybody in my weekend bracket, I'll go through and check them out and show you guys, because I doubt that there's probably less than 20% of the people in that bracket that are $1 billion players. So everybody's got good stuff. It's important to remember that who you play out on the course and who you're playing in your bracket are totally different things. 2.4, I'm going to do a 10% adjustment. I'm going to do 2.6. So there's 2.5. So there's 2.6. Seems like I keep ending up pushed off to the right, but distance has also been an issue. And I hit it great to the right. So it'll definitely go to the right. At the beginning of the week, I was having problems with my distance. I was a little short. I was on track. I was online, but I was a little short. And then I started going where I had the tail just a little teeny bit through the cup, and then it was going long. It was ending up on the fringe. So distance was an issue, but it really depended on the spot. So what I found here was that if I was in this rough bump, the farther right you were, the more the ball guy was responding correctly. And if you tried to get up there a little bit further and you were hitting further up in the left, it seemed like it wanted to, number one, it wanted to roll off to the left, and number two, the distance wasn't quite right. But I have no idea this week. I have no idea. I had stuff I was doing and wasn't paying attention, and I might end up in the rough. That is no bueno. You can still make it from there. It just takes a perfect. You got to hit those rough shots and those sand shots perfect. Eagle. All right, so far we're on track. Whole goal on that hole is to get an eagle, and we got an eagle. You have to get an eagle on that hole. The hole in one is the dream, but the reality is that what's required is eagle. And my opponent's doing exactly what I would do. I would stretch that Nirvana out. That's one of the things about a Nirvana, it has a lot of topspin. And so you can run it almost like your rapier. And wind is not going to play a factor there. And where they set that up, they could hit a great to the left or a perfect, and it should go in the cup. Let's see. And they hit a great to the right. And that's exactly what I do. I set that up where I've got two different sides that I could make it on, and I'll hit on the side that I don't have any room. It's been one of those weeks. All right. Winner, chicken dinner. Starting off with the eagle. Just need to play consistent today. That's the whole goal, is just go out there and just shoot the round. I mean, I obviously know how to play, and it's just going out there and getting it done. All right, I'm on hole 2. Let's go. All right, sorry about that. I had to piece these two together. So I'm on hole number 2. I'm on hole number 2, touchdown tournament. Let's go here. And these par 3s, this par 3, and on hole number 8, what we're doing is we're at minimum club. Here's our red line. We're at minimum sniper. It's 1.3 per ring, and we're doing a plus 10%. And I don't like this. I don't like these numbers because we're adding on wind so that we can use a mid number or our minimum number. And what I want to do is I want to use my max number because it's easier to make wind adjustments when you're at 1 per ring. So instead of, if I'm going to add on and I'm going to have to do all this math and stuff, why use 1.3 when this is my max number? So I'm going to use my max number minus 15% wind. So I'm going to take 15% of the wind off, but that way when I get whatever number I come up with, it's going to be super. I don't have to do another series of math. I'm going to do 1 per ring. So if I come up with 1.69, then I'm going to go 1.69 at 1 per ring and do that ring adjustment and see if it'll help speed up the process here. So on this hole, I'm bringing a sniper, and I'm bringing a 0 power ball. And the only 0 power ball that I have is a Marlin. Sniper and a Marlin. That's it. Off we go. Off we go. We have 100% accurate clubs in there at 1 per ring, and 1 per ring is really easy to make wind adjustments. And then we start doing the mid, the min, and then we're adding on wind, and we're doing all. And so now we're getting into, if you're using an app, it's not a big deal. It's going to tell you move 2.2 rings. It's going to do all of that for you. That's the benefit of using the apps. Between the apps and the grid alone, even if you're not using the app, if you're just doing paper numbers, the grid alone is going to make you, the curl grid all by itself is awesome. The center line grid, awesome. Okay, I got a 3-9. I'm going to take off 15%. That's 4. That's going to be 6. That's 3-3. So I'm going to do a 3-3 wind adjustment. All right, add it. 3.3. 3.3. Right back to the red line. Oh, and I hit it great to the left. Ah! That was right there. I think I would have missed on the inside. I think I would have missed it to the left. But it's hard to tell because when you're when you're down there and it comes out, especially on the left-hand side, it rolls off. It slopes down a little bit there on the left, so it's hard to tell. You can't make any adjustments or do anything unless you hit it perfect, because then you can see where you're at. See if my opponent can get that backbone up in the hole. But I do think that would have missed to the left, which means that, in one-on-one play, I hardly ever, unless I know I'm way downhill on some of those holes, I hardly ever make extra wind adjustments. I just make the standard. If it's a max club or min club, I just make a standard adjustment. I don't do anything special. I have pretty good success in one-on-one. So I think on these particular holes, the last tournament was a tournament of epic fails in the weekend round. And this tournament is a tournament of, like, in tournaments, I just don't have the success on these holes that I have in one-on-one. And I play them all totally different one-on-one because I bring a marlin out. And so how you interact with the hole with a marlin is different. There are a few like this one that you can do that shot. Just depends on which way the wind's blowing. See if my opponent can get in with their quasar. I have nothing. I am like totally out of it this week. So I have nothing to lose by making changes here. Just playing, trying to have some fun. Which is why we all play the game. Stripes goes first. I will forfeit. I do not want to waste any of my hole-in-ones on these shootouts. Good luck in the tournament. Definitely need to pick up the Albie on this next hole, though. I'm going to, let's go look at it just so I can get it in my mind. I know which hole it is, but let's make sure I'm thinking of the right hole. All right. QB. Kingmaker. Hey, get off there. QB. Question is, do I bring a Guardian or do I bring a Sniper? I'm going to bring a Sniper. I'm going to bring the Kingmaker. That's all I need. All right, let's get out there and get it done. Let's pick up an Albie right here. Let's get some kind of motivation going at the beginning of this round. Let's get some hype. Get the ball in the hole. Roy McIlroy. Is that the guy's name? From Tin Cup. Roy McIlroy. Max. Get as far up in that hole as I can get. Right to the point where my blue ring is starting to roll over the edge. 3-7. I'm going to do a full 4-ring pull. Okay, there's Max curl. I'm going to come in on that just a little. Hitting a 1-ring great on the inside, 1-ring great to the right. And that put me closer to the shadows than the sand. But I want to be out there in the middle, so that's the goal, is to get out there in the middle and give myself a nice straight run up to the cup that runs parallel to this rough line right here. When you're back underneath the trees, you're going to be about 3 rings off. If you're in the center, you're about 2. My opponent is just a little too far. And it is better to be where I'm at and have this shot than to be too far. The goal is to get up here. Let's put max backspin on it. I'm going to go right at it. If I can get it up to the cup. Okay, it's 3-4. 100% accurate club. There's 3-5. There's 3-4. All right, just need to hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. Give myself a look. Get in the hole. Come on. Let's get something rolling. Just about that far off. Close. It felt like it was a little high, and I felt like I should have moved it about 3-6 just to try and get it more towards the pin, but I still would have been a little long. It would have been right there. That would have been where a 10% pull would have helped. See if my opponent can get in the cut from the rough. Nice shot. Get our eagles and move on. The whole goal is to shoot the minimum score, which is -15, and staying on track on all these holes. Giving myself a look like that. I need to pick one of those shots up, but so far I haven't picked one up, but staying on track with the minimum score and just having a nice clean round is refreshing, because the last 2 rounds and 2 qualifying rounds that I played were bad. The last time I played this hole, I birdied it. That tells you how bad the rounds were. I have birdied 9 the last 3 times I've played it. That's how bad I've been playing. I will forfeit. Definitely do not want to practice this hole. All right. That was hole number 3 of the touchdown tournament. On hole number 4 of the touchdown tournament. Here we go. Let's go check out hole number 4. This is a test. And I really don't care about these tests. I'm going to go out and I'm just going to play them today. All right. I got this hole in the bag. I don't think I have any 4 power balls in this account. Maybe I do. I do not. So I'm going to have to take a 5 power ball. I'm going to take an extra mile. And all things being even, I shouldn't need anything other than that. My prison chest. Better open that up before I run out of time and lose a day. Tsunami, Grizzly. I am really working on my Grizzly, trying to get it up to level 8. I'm getting close. There's a few of the epics that I'm working on right now, but I've got a few rares that I still need to get to level 8. And once I get them there, then I will really focus on my epics. If I get one of those days where I don't get a good epic and I don't get a good rare, I'm going to work on the rares that have the most cards so I can try and max them out. Kilted Kingdom. See if we can get it in the cup. Scott goes first. I would have preferred to go first. I'm going to leave 2 wind in. So no matter what I'm doing down here on the wind adjustment, I'm going to leave 2 wind in from where I'm setting it up. And I'm still trying to get the the topspin adjustment, it takes very little topspin to get up there. And I think it's right in the 2 range. I've been having problems just hitting the shot. If it's a problem, I've had it this week. That was awesome. That was a nice shot. That's exactly how you want to come in on the lower part down there, so that when you take the putt, you're not involved with the moguls. The roll-up's not involved with the moguls. There's so much undulation on this green, especially on the left-hand side. Okay, so I'm going to put the ball. It's just 2 in a sliver. I'm only going to take 1-5 out, which is about 3/4 of a ring. I'm going to put max curl in it. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I got my topspin right, or if I missed. I need to clip the rough right there, so it rolls up. And I would have preferred to be more to the right, so that I ended up doing what my opponent was doing. But ending up in the fairway out here in the clear is the way to go. And I've tried this both ways. I've tried doing the hop with my rapier, and I've tried doing the bump and run like we normally do. And the bump and run is not good on this. So the key is you got to hit it. You got to hit the shot perfect. And at this distance, wind will be a little bit of a factor. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. Passing the first test. Now I got 2 holes here where I can pick something up, and I need to really, this next hole, or hole number 6, that par 5, that is my absolute best shot at picking up an Albie in this tournament. Of all of the par 5s, that is the one that I've had the most success on. All right, that was hole number 4. All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the touchdown tournament. All right, hold on 1 second. Somebody just pulled in my driveway. All right, sorry about that. All right, I'm on hole number 5. Hole number 5. It's par 3. Going at it with a Guardian and a Kingmaker. I'm doing a bunch of stuff on this hole. I'm coming at it a little. I used to come at it with a Guardian and a Katana, and I've switched to a Kingmaker so I can get deeper up in the hole and go right at it. And it's responding, as far as bounce wise, it's responding in an odd manner when it's down in that hole. So I went back and watched several videos on where I've been setting it up, and I've got a spot. So I'll set it up in that spot, and then I'll talk about it afterwards because it'll make more sense. So I'm doing 1.2 per ring, 20% wind adjustment, 3rd bounce, pull back from the cup. So when I set it up, I'm going to put my 3rd bounce so that it's going right in the cup. And it's responding in such a way that it's actually going long. The ball guide's like totally, like how it's responding down here on the 1st bounce or whatever, but it's like long of the cup. So then I'm going to pull it back towards me at the diagonal for the green cuts that are on here. There's a spot, a transitional line. I'm going to pull it back to that line and then do my wind adjustment with 20% at 1.2 per ring. Let's see how my opponent does. They hit it great to the right. And that's never good when you're trying to do the sand bounce. I know that if you're on the left-hand side of that, a couple rings off, it does not take a lot of movement to get you to the cup. And you can go at it. My problem over there is that if you hit great to the right, that sand is definitely an issue. And get whatever backspin or side spin I can. So I want my third bounce to be right at the cup. And then I'm going to pull back to this transitional line right there. And I'm going to take out 3/8, that's 6, 7, 4, 5. There's 4, 8. It's about 3 3/4 rings. I'm going to need to snap it off. And I hit it great to the left. And I don't know how that'll respond because you can see how it's going there. It's going long of the cup, even though I pulled it back. It's still going long of the cup. And I hit that great to the right, so that would have been like right there at it. Right at it. The deal with that shot is that it's absolutely, you are in front of the sand. It doesn't matter if you hit it 3 rings great to the right, 3 rings great to the left. It's going to end up on the green, and it's going to end up at the top. It's not going to roll off the back. Close. I still got one more shot at that hole. I like that shot on that hole. I've been bringing the katana for the last 2 or 3 times this was in a tournament, and there's a nice little shot there where you can come in with very little, just like rubbing up against the nubs curl, but it's low percentage. Anytime you're doing big backspin like that, or anytime the word curl comes into a shot, those are always lower percentage. All right, that was hole 5. All right, this next hole is the hole I have got to hit. There's 3 shots that you have to hit perfect in this tournament. You've got to hit the drive on 4, you've got to hit the drive on 8, and you've got to hit the second shot on this hole right here. Because that shot going into the green is absolutely beautiful. And what I'd really like to have is a 3 power ball or a 4 power ball. The 5 power ball is kind of overkill for it, so I'm going to bring it. How many coins I got? I'm not sure if I can make it over there with a Kingmaker, but I'd rather come in with lower wind. I definitely want to take my number 1 bag. I'm trying to get into my Hornet range. All right. We'll see how that Kingmaker works. If that Kingmaker doesn't work, I'm going to switch to a present ball and just use the 5 power ball so that I can get out there. If I can get matched up. Maybe. That's the problem with playing a Masters account. If you're playing in Rookie Masters, you'll have a hard time sometimes getting matched up. You'll play a lot of replays. Not too many. Not in the tournament. I mean, I can't play anything below Tour 8 and expect live competition. And even there, I may not get it. I'm going to bring one of those 5 power balls just because it's more important to get up into the hole today and get over there. It's 3-1. That's a ring and a half. I'm going to put that power back into it. I'm going to do some little bit of curl and just a little teeny bit of overpower. Hitting it perfect. can get a lot farther forward than that. So I'm at 400. I'm probably going to be in between mid and max. I'd like to be right at mid. I may be right at mid because I think if I was a little bit farther forward, I think I was at 408 and I was kind of eking in between mid and max, or excuse me, mid and min. We will see, but this next shot has got to be perfect. I've got to hit this perfect. Whether it goes in the cup or not, I've got to hit this shot perfect because this is my best shot at Albie in this particular tournament. All of the holes have a serious Albie shot, but of the three for my game, this is the one. And where am I at? There's min. There's max. So I'm eking towards the mid. Put on one backspin. One and a little. Get right up on the cup. It's 4.5. It's 1.9 per ring, so there's 3/8. That leaves me 7. It's about a third. All right, I need to hit this perfect. Oh, and I hit it great to the left. Damn it. I switched. I was hitting, and I've been that close every single time, like that far away. It's just if the difference between a perfect and a great to the left, and that's the right speed to get into the cup. And I've missed it to the left almost. I think I hit one great to the right, but everything else has been great to the left. I'm gonna have to pick a different number. It doesn't really make that big of a difference to me. Sometimes it feels better one direction than the other, but I was hitting quite a bit on the third time by from the left to the right. So I'm trying to switch it up because I wasn't on a perfect track, and usually that'll put me on a perfect track if I switch to the other side. And then I can do whatever I want, and it just seems like I can get perfects. But it ain't working. From the other side, I keep hitting great to the right. And from when I switch, now I'm hitting great to the left. And I know that somewhere in there's a freaking perfect. All right, I'll just have to get it done on hole number 9 or hole number 8. I've hole in one hole number 8 twice this week. In the qualifying round in my 88 and my 77 account, I hole in one. So I got some shots. We have a big test coming up. So we got the duck hole. The duck hole's been eating my lunch. It's been kicking my butt. And all you have to do is hit perfect, and you're on the green. Anything other than perfect, and you're not on the green. Forfeit. Good luck in the tournament. All right. Hole number 7. Here we come. Hole number 7. Got the test. Sorry, I didn't go look at hole number 6. I was just prepared for it. The duck. All right. It's a 5-power ball and an extra mile. That's all it is. A 5-power ball, an extra mile, and a perfect shot, and you're on the green. And the Berserker works best because of the side spin. A snow globe works even better because of the side spin. But the thing about a snow globe is if you don't hit it perfect and you end up out there, you have a 0-power ball now trying to hit the shot to recover, but the whole goal is to just catch a damn perfect. All right, this is the shot of the round right here. This is the most important shot that you have to hit perfect. That last shot on the par 5 coming into the par 5, that's probably the second most important shot to hit perfect. Yeah, probably the drive on hole 4. You got to hit that perfect. Let's get out here so I can see how my tail's responding. 3.5. Looking towards 4. And I want to be there. Okay, it's 4.3, 10%, 4.7. There's 4.2. That leaves me 5, so that's a quarter. It's about 2.25 rings. That just there. I'm going to put a little bit of curl and a little bit of overpower. Hitting it perfect. See if that little bit of overpower was enough. I haven't been putting on quite enough overpower. That is absolutely what we're looking for. Would have been nicer if it would have been just a little slower and about a half a cut to the right. But that is it. Woo! All right. Finally getting a shot to go on that hole. Opponents up there and did not make their sand. I mean, I've been in the same spot as them. I've been in the rough, I've been in the sand, I've been in the fairway out there, and I think I've gotten one eagle on this all week, and I don't know that it was in the tournament. No, I think it was. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Eagle. All right. Finally getting the duck hole done. Jeez. How hard can that be? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. Passed both tests in the first part of the season. Let's go to hole number 8 of the touchdown tournament. I want to get too hyped up. I want to just get through a nice clean round, but I really would like to pick a shot up so that I come out of this. The goal is minus 16 per side, and so I have to pick a shot up. And I'm happy that I'm playing consistent, but I really do need to pick a shot up. And I've got 2 chances here, and I like this shot right here better. I've been having problems on hole 9, and hole 9 was like, I should go back to the other shot where I'm coming with the sniper. I don't think my chance of getting the Albies is good, but my chances of getting an eagle are 100%, and I have been having problems just getting eagle. All right, let's see what we're taking here. I'm taking a sniper. I'm taking a navigator because that's the lowest wind power wind ball that I got. I'm just trying to think about what I'm doing for my wind adjustment here. All right, I'm ready to roll. My notes say 1.3 with a 10% wind adjustment, and that equates out to 1.0 per ring with a minus 15% wind adjustment. Let's see which way I go. Let's see what the wind is. 2.8. 10% would be 3. 1, really close to there. 3-1. If we did it the other way, take off 15%. 10% would be 3.8 or 2.8. Half of that's 1.4. That's 3.8, 4.2. Put this down to 2.4. Let's see what the wind is. Maybe we'll get an easy one like a 3. That's in the hole. Oh, that is. Oh my gosh. That was there. Okay. Let's dial that sucker up to the cup. Okay, let's say if we did 10%, that's 275. There's 26. It's a sliver over that. Get lined up on there. All right, I need to hit this perfect. And I hit it great to the right. I was trying to anticipate. I keep hitting great to the left and was trying to anticipate that and hit it great to the right. Oh, hit it great to the right. You're a little farther in the rough. And so it has a tendency to come out short. You can't judge that based off of when you're doing them rough bumps, especially if you're at a little bit of an angle like that. You hit it one side or the other, it'll hit it. You're hitting it fat. And so it digs in a little bit farther. In the hole. Birdie. All right. That was not the hole in one I was looking for, but I came there to get a birdie. I got a birdie. Now let's see if we can get the Albie on hole number 9. It's just been one of those weeks. It's been one of those weeks that I've just been having. My head hasn't really been in the game. I've been doing other stuff. Exit. All right, hole number 9. Here we go. Got to get the eagle on hole number 9. Let's go look at it. Trying for eagle. Need an eagle. Trying to give myself an Albie shot. Let's see what I have for my ball inventory here. I'm going to bring a Power 5 ball. That's a 2 wind. I'm going to bring that bag right there. More than likely, I'm going to be on my sniper range. I'm just trying to, I don't know. Let's think here. Let me put I'm going to bring my sniper. I have a bag that's got, let me bring my sniper. I got my ball picked. I'm ready to roll. I'm not going to do anything special here. I'm not hitting any overpower or trying to do anything special. I'm just trying to lay the ball up out there and give myself a look at Albie, but I'm not trying to get too cute about it because, like I said, I've had the last 3 times I played this hole, I've gotten a birdie on it. So let's not have that happen. Just need to have a nice clean round. But I really do need to pick a shot up on the front, and I haven't picked a shot up. So I want to have a nice clean round, but I want to give myself the best shot at Albie that I can. Wind's going 3-6. It's a little shy of 2. And then I'm going to put just a titch of overpower on it. And a little teeny bit of curl. Gonna hit it 1 ring great to the left. And that should float out there nicely. I've been hitting it 1 ring great to the right, and it put me in the rough. and I've been taking the shots coming into the green from the rough, and that's not. I want to get out there. Normally, when I come to this hole, the way that I've been playing it the last few tournaments is I'm just doing a layup right up here with a kingmaker. You don't have to do any overpower. You don't have to do anything. You're just laying it up, and it's in this line with this bush, and it gives you a 3-ring separation between the rough and the fairway coming straight at the cup. And so it's a very low risk drive, very low risk coming in, and you've got a nice clean Albie shot with your sniper. But the run in, for whatever reason, was causing me problems. So I'm trying to get up there far enough that I can use the rough behind the sand. I don't want to have to use this rough that's running along the sand. But I don't. Am I out there? I am out there far enough that I can do the rough bump, which is what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to do a 4-1 pull, 100% accurate club, 1 per ring. Ah, I don't have enough. Hitting it perfect. I short shot that a little to make up the difference. I slid it across that line down there just a little bit too far. That's why I'm off on the right. And I short shot it to make sure that I hit that rough. Not quite enough distance down there. That's why I was toying with bringing the Guardian, because the Guardian has more raw distance. So the deal is I would have had enough room to get in the Guardian and do the thing. So on the back 9, I definitely want to bring my Guardian. Because with the amount of, and the thing about this shot here is you're that close to the rough. So if you're going to take the sniper shot in and you want to take that sniper shot, you actually don't have to hit the ball out that far. I've had problems getting that ball right there to go in the hole, and evidently my opponent did not. Awesome. Nice shot, man. Nice shot. Crowd goes wild. Good game. Good luck. All right, that was hole number 9. Okay, that was not the Albie I was looking for, but just coming in with a -15 and just shooting the minimum score is a big accomplishment for me this week, because I literally have been like totally out of it, and just shooting the minimum score feels like I've won a race. So I need to come out of this with better than a 30, but at least being on track and at least being able to put together a round where I put the minimum score together is an accomplishment. So what I need to do on the back now is I put myself in a little bit of a box. I really think the minimum score that I could have any shot of getting a banner is going to be a -32. And if I want to be out in the clear, coming in my opening round bracket, there was 5 people with 31s. And then there was some 30s. I don't think there was anybody in the top 10 who wasn't in a 30. So I'm going to have to be better than that in order to have any shot to be up towards the upper group. And I think it's all going to start at minimum -32, and it works from there. So even though I've shot a nice clean round on the front, I have a ton of work to do on the back. All right, I will catch you there. Thanks for watching.